Just tell me when to start talking. Just say go. And welcome everybody to our Fox 9 Winter Prep Spotlight here from Eagan High School. We have boys basketball on tap tonight as the hometown Eagan Wildcats will host the visiting Farmington Tigers. Farmington coming in 2-1, ranked number 6 in the pace setter rankings. Eagan unranked right now, but unbeaten. And if you look at the QRF rankings, currently at the top of the state. Logan Anderson here with Chris Anderson. And Chris, I expect this should be a clash of styles with an Eagan team that likes to control the ball. They've won some low-scoring games, and this Farmington team likes to get out and run.
Yeah. Hopefully going to see some good basketball. Three-pointers versus maybe some inside game, it seems like.
All right. Once again, Eagan comes in 3-0. This is the first conference game of the year, coached by Kevin McKenzie, taking on a 2-1 Farmington squad. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back after this.
A good neighbor would give you a cup of sugar if you asked. At Truestone Financial, we don't have any sugar, but we will give you up to $350 when you switch to a Truestone checking account. It's true, because we're Truestone.
When considering a banking partner, you want someone who cares deeply about the local community. Castle Rock Bank in Farmington lives and breathes that idea. The stockholders at Castle Rock Bank were born here, raised here, and are still here. It's why they understand the unique needs of local customers. And they give back to the community through donations to schools, churches, fraternal organizations, and nonprofits. They know you, you know them, and that's the spirit of community pride. Visit castlerockbank.net or call 651-463-4014 for more information today.
At Luther Burnsville Hyundai, we're more than just the South Metro's top Hyundai dealer. We care about the community we serve. That's why we're excited every time a young student gets behind the wheel for the first time. We also take pride in selling safe, reliable vehicles for kids and families, because we want everyone driving to practice, games, or concerts to arrive safe and sound. At Luther Burnsville Hyundai, we take pride in serving the community and are proud to support high school activities.
It's not just any day. It's your day off. A chance to reset, to recharge. A day to lace up, stretch out, and dive into what ignites your soul. This day is all about you, living life at your summit.
There are lots of reasons to want a big backyard. At Truestone Home Mortgage, we all agree dog birthday party is at the top. Great home loans, expert help, and a focus on what matters to you. It's true, because we're Truestone.
And welcome back, everybody. Special thanks to all of our sponsors, including our season sponsors, Truestone Financial and Summit Orthopedics. Couldn't do this without them. And we are super excited to be here in Eagan as the unbeaten Wildcats take on the 2-1 Farmington Tigers. How did they get here? Eagan defeated St. Thomas Academy 67-55 to start off the season, and then back-to-back road nail-biters where they came out on the right side 69-65 at Spring Lake Park, and a defensive battle that you didn't know if we'd see these very often with the shot clock installed, but 46-43 at Minneapolis Southwest. And the Wildcats, who kind of surprised a lot of people last year, winning Section 3 and winning the first round of the state tournament against Park Center, off to an unbeaten 3-0 start. Farmington lost their season opener 67-54 to Champlin Park. Since then, they've been on the warpath, defeating a really good Totino Grace team 81-74 and beating a much improved Chaska team 72-61. The visiting Farmington Tigers have had some pretty balanced scoring. They have 4 starters who average right around 10 per game or more. The leader is Cole Wilsack, a 6'4 senior, averaging just under 15. Nick Domeyer and Ryan Beckwith, both right around 11. And Marshall Gordon 9.7 will round it up to 10. Eagan also likes to spread the wealth a little bit. They have been led by Alex Schrepfer, averaging just under 15 points, 8 boards per game. Michael McKenzie averaging over 14 points. And then Will Barron just under 10 points, almost 5 rebounds per game. And we'll see, again, clash of styles. A lot of times in these kind of games, it comes down to who can control the tempo. Will Farmington be able to get out and run? Will Eagan be able to kind of get into their sets and run efficient offense and get back? Because they run an interesting defense, I'm told. Chris, what do they like to do defensively?
They do. They do a lot of trapping and a lot of pressure on the ball. So we'll definitely contrast the styles here for sure.
I was able to chat with both coaches a little bit before we started. And Farmington's head coach, Theron Johnson, who's been the head coach since 2016 for the Tigers. And he said he really wanted to see them get out and run when they could, but to execute in those sets because Eagan likes to switch. He said it almost looks like a matchup zone the way they play. They pack it in, make it very difficult to get into the paint. So finding a way to do so through execution will be crucial. For Eagan, the first thing that Coach Kevin McKenzie in his 7th year said was, we have to control the boards. Farmington is big and athletic, and they love to crash and crash aggressively. And if they get second chance opportunities, they're tough to beat. They want to limit that transition, turn it into a half-court game, and deal with the length that Farmington brings to the table. Their starters, 6'6", 6'5", 6'4", 6'3", 6'3". Eagan, 6'8", 6'4", 6'3", 6'1", 6 foot. So a little bit of an advantage across the board, although at the big positions, certainly some size and length for the Wildcats as well. Should be a good one as we are getting close to the announcing of the starting lineup and our warm-ups in the opening tip. And we will take another timeout, and we'll be back after this here on Fox 9 and ETV.
A good neighbor would give you a cup of sugar if you asked. At Truestone Financial, we don't have any sugar, but we will give you up to $350 when you switch to a Truestone checking account. It's true, because we're Truestone.
It's not just any day. It's your day off. A chance to reset, to recharge. A day to lace up, stretch out, and dive into what ignites your soul. This day is all about you, living life at your summit.
There are lots of reasons to want a big backyard. At Truestone Home Mortgage, we all agree dog birthday party is at the top. Great home loans, expert help, and a focus on what matters to you. It's true, because we're Truestone. A good neighbor would give you a cup of sugar if you asked. At Truestone Financial, we don't have any sugar, but we will give you up to $350 when you switch to a Truestone checking account. It's true, because we're Truestone.
When considering a banking partner, you want someone who cares deeply about the local community. Castle Rock Bank in Farmington lives and breathes that idea. The stockholders at Castle Rock Bank were born here, raised here, and are still here. It's why they understand the unique needs of local customers. And they give back to the community through donations to schools, churches, fraternal organizations, and nonprofits. They know you, you know them, and that's the spirit of community pride. Visit castlerockbank.net or call 651-463-4014 for more information today.
At Luther Burnsville Hyundai, we're more than just the South Metro's top Hyundai dealer. We care about the community we serve. That's why we're excited every time a young student gets behind the wheel for the first time. We also take pride in selling safe, reliable vehicles for kids and families, because we want everyone driving to practice, games, or concerts to arrive safe and sound. At Luther Burnsville Hyundai, we take pride in serving the community and are proud to support high school activities.
It's not just any day. It's your day off. A chance to reset, to recharge. A day to lace up, stretch out, and dive into what ignites your soul. This day is all about you, living life at your summit.
There are lots of reasons to want a big backyard. At Truestone Home Mortgage, we all agree dog birthday party is at the top. Great home loans, expert help, and a focus on what matters to you. It's true, because we're Truestone.
And welcome back to our Fox 9 streaming game of the week here at boys basketball. We are at Eagan as they host the Farmington Tigers. And the Wildcats unbeaten hosting Farmington, who is also off to a good start at 2-1. Logan Anderson here with Chris Anderson. No relation, I promise. And Chris, you've been to at least a couple of the Eagan games, if not all of them. Talk a little bit about what they have done well this year, winning close games and getting off to the start that they have.
Yeah, I think Eagan, I would say we live and die by the three-pointers. So you're going to see a lot of outside shots, a lot of outside shooting. People that have been playing well this year so far is led by probably the juniors. Alex Schrepfer just got announced there, and I think the big man Kevin Kemp has had a solid year, and then Michael McKenzie shooting three-pointers. So that's what I'm looking for today.
Starting lineups for both teams, starting with the Farmington Tigers. 6'2" junior Justin Stoneberg averaging 3 points per game. He'll join Ryan Beckwith, a 6'3" senior averaging just under 12. Also crashes the boards hard. Everybody for the Tigers does. Marshall Gordon, a 6'6" senior averaging almost 10 points per game. Nick Domeyer, a 6'5" senior averaging 11 points per game. And Cole Wilczek, the leading scorer for the Tigers, averaging about 15 points per game. For the Wildcats, it's Kevin Kemp standing in the center circle right now. He's a 6'8" junior. Tallest player on the floor. He'll be joined by Will Barron, a 6'1" junior. Alex Schrepfer, 6'4" junior. Wesley Hoke, a 6'3" senior. And Michael McKenzie, a 6' junior. Tip is won by the Tigers. They'll start with it. And running the point is Ryan Beckwith. Feeds it inside early, back out, kick three, air ball missed by Gordon, rebound cleaned up by the Wildcats, and they'll get it across half court where the Tigers will fall into a man-to-man defense. Drive and kick, back out, Barron loses his footing a little bit, recovers, and they lob into Kemp, reverse layup, finds the bottom, soft touch.
Great touch there, great touch.
2-0 Wildcats. Both these teams last year ended long state tournament droughts. Eagan made it for the first time in 19 years. But Farmington has them beat in that regard. They made it for the first time since 1937 as they knock in a three-pointer. That was Gordon to give Farmington their first advantage of the contest, and they'll come out in some token full-court pressure. Wildcats up high. Hoke, tough pull-up, and uses the glass. So we have seen efficient offense on both sides early. We played about a minute and a half. Wilczek moves it to Gordon. Gordon out to Beckwith. He'll launch and find the bottom. Again. Ryan Beckwith. Last year, played with his older brother Tyler. This year he's off playing in college. And Ryan is here. Another feed into Kemp. And feeding the big guy early. He has 4. We're even at 6. As Wilczek has to tie his shoe, so they just chew up a little bit of clock. Wilczek just backing his way down. Gordon tries to probe on the baseline, stolen. Up ahead, Hope. Now Kemp on the block. He'll go to work. Running hook trickles off.
Pushing the ball.
Farmington right out in transition all the way to the 10. Partially blocked. That was Stoneberg. He gets the save. And it's back out. Beckwith. Defended by Kemp. Maybe a little bit of a mismatch on the scramble. Kemp does a good job sticking with him. Back out Stoneberg. And launching from deep was Gordon. Nearly in. We talked about the way they crash.
Yeah.
They kick out Gordon. Misses a three. But that was Wilsack crashing the glass hard.
Got that man pressure. Got a token here, it looks like.
McKenzie will get the Wildcats into the offense. Kemp kind of playing point forward. Schrepfer looks to drive in. Back out. Tough mid-range shot from Hoke. Just drops off. Beckwith right to the basket. Can't get the English to finish. But he'll get a trip to the line. Our first foul of the game will go against the Wildcats. It's on Kemp. What are you seeing early, Chris?
Yeah, a little surprised. Farmington's hitting three-pointers, working inside-out game a little bit. And, yeah, Eagan's been feeding the big guy.
Both teams have kind of been able to do what they want, which is kind of weird with the clash of styles. First free throw off the mark from Beckwith. 2 made threes for the Tigers, 3 made twos for the Wildcats. Blake Johnson in for the Tigers, as is Briggs Sheridan, a 6'8" freshman. Schrepfer defended full court, making him use a lot of energy.
That's pretty common for Eagan, having Schrepfer bring the ball up.
Looking for the post feed, not there. They'll just work it back out. McKenzie to Schrepfer. Halfway down and Gophers out, but offensive rebound for the Wildcats. Three-pointer, all glass, no iron. It's 3-on-2 the other way. Quick pass, shot in transition, off from Johnson. One and done, strong board by McKenzie. Setting things up. That's Hoke trying to cross over Stoneberg. McKenzie drives, Barron, an open triple bottom.
There we go.
First three for the Wildcats as they regain the advantage. And kind of picking up his dribble in a dangerous spot right there was Domeyer. Beckwith, a tough pull-up. Some contact, no call, an offensive rebound, and a foul called.
I think they called that. Flop? Oh, no.
We'll see what it is here momentarily, or did they just say, was it a tie-up?
No.
We'll never know. Maybe it was a clock issue or something. They stopped it. They never posted a foul. Drive and kick, an open three for Johnson, and he cans it. Blake Johnson, the third made three-pointer for Farmington, and they go back up by 1. Up and down on the teeter-totter here in Eagan. In for the Wildcats, Donjay Knox.
Yep, Kai Strunk
Barron
is
in the finger roll. Battles for his own rebound. Can't reel it in. Who touched it last? They say Knox did.
Got a couple more subs in for Wildcats. We got senior Kai Strunk and senior Alex Lang.
Kyle Peterson in there as well. inside, just out of reach of Gordon, and it's stolen. Here comes Eagan.
Good save by Knox there.
Schrepfer, a pull-up three. Hard off the lip. Rebound by Johnson. He'll take it right off the rebound and lead the break. Wilczek. Nice post move, and he finishes.
Nice move underneath there.
Wilczek, who's going to play his college basketball for Wisconsin Eau Claire, shows you what the Blue Gold's like with a nifty post move. Peterson up high. That was Land probing in, and the Tigers will draw the whistle.
Looks like on Gordon, number 4. His first.
That's Marshall Gordon, his first. Team first. Land misses the freebie. He'll get one more. Alex Land averaging about 1 point and 2 rebounds per game. Makes 1 of 2. 12-10 your count. Wilczek high. Inside, and again using that length, that was Sheridan. He averages almost 9 points off the bench, and he gets his first 2. Largest early lead of the game for the Tigers, although all kinds of time and not very big. Nice move to the rim and one. Peterson.
Baseline drive there. Nice finish.
Little dipsy-do. That was on Max Blandon, his first, team second. And a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play to draw within 1. Farmington comes into this game ranked number 6 by the Minnesota Basketball News. Eagan unranked, but they are number 1 in the QRF. Probably too early to take that real seriously, but a nice data point nonetheless. But an unbeaten team, and they've played some good teams. Foul called away from the ball. It's on Knox. Into the lane, and a nice job finishing at the rim by Nick Domeyer. And early on, the length and size of Farmington is allowing them to control the paint. Peterson. Dribble handoff to Barron. Back to Peterson. They'll just keep moving it. Now it's Strunk. Quick ball movement, trying to execute here as we're down to 10 on the shot clock. And chucking up the long three is Land. Battling for that board was Nick Domeyer. And Farmington back with it. Ben Helgamo in. Kick out Beck with the 3. Follows his own shot, but the carom goes to Barron. 10 minutes to go here until halftime. Like to use those high screens, and they'll call the reach in, likely on Beckwith. We'll see here. Nope, it was on Wilczek, his first.
Starting to see Farmington take advantage of their size inside.
Handling the ball is McKenzie. Barron, and now back to Land. They keep moving it around that perimeter. Farmington defending the perimeter well early. Kemp back into the game. They try to feed it in, near steal by Domeyer at the end of the shot clock. Kemp the rebound of 3 from the corner. Nails it. Alex Land. The second chance opportunity for the Wildcats, and it's back to a 1-point game. And that's too easy. Somebody got caught sleeping. Nick Domeyer with the bunny. I think he just kind of faked him out with his eyes there, back top, and then threw when Domeyer cut. McKenzie to Peterson to Land. Man, that's a deep three. Doesn't find the way. Rebound to the Tigers. There's a good look, but no iron. A little bit off the mark from Sheridan.
Good ball.
And there's a quick shot by Peterson. Taking no hesitation, but again, a little bit off.
Pace has picked up a little bit here.
It's kind of going the way that Farmington wants to play now, where Eagan was kind of controlling it early. Helgamo will just pitch it back.
Mismatch.
Domeyer to Beckwith. Nice pass into Domeyer. Eagan tried to draw the charge inside. That was Land. I don't think they called the charge. I think they called a foul after. Did they not?
I think they called a flop. Is that?
Coach Kevin McKenzie looks displeased with the interpretation.
A warning? Is that a flop warning?
Flop warning on Land. But the Wildcats still have it. Farmington has felt in control for most of this first half, but Eagan has never trailed by more than 4. They've been able to stay right in it and are a 3 away from tying. Is this the tie? No.
Oh, sure.
And the Farmington student section traveled well, letting them know that they didn't draw iron. Nice crowd here.
That is impressive.
At Wildcat Gymnasium. Foul on Hoke, third on Eagan. Neither team really in any foul trouble early. They'll just throw it right in on the block to Wilsack. He's double teamed, shoots a tough hook. Can't finish, kind of playing volleyball there for a second until reeling it in is McKenzie. Quick drive and kick. Kemp on the block. It's pushed under the basket, throws it right to Farmington. Here comes Wilsack. He stops, turns, and floats it in. Wilsack.
Strong move underneath.
Can score in the half court on the block and can get to that spot running to the rim in transition. We'll see if the Wildcats have an answer. Now down 5. Barron into Kemp. He has a nice little up and under and the soft left finish. He leads the Wildcats with 6 points. Wilsack attacks. This looked like his defender Gamble trying to reach around, didn't get there and left the layup open. Closing in on the 6-minute mark. And there's a three-pointer, and it is on target by Hoke. He has 5. Alex Schrepfer has not scored yet. The Tigers have done a really good job making things difficult on him. Came in as the leading scorer, but there's a lot of game left. Wilsack's been feeling it. And he'll be fouled well before the shot. And that is on Schrepfer, his first. Domeyer comes back in, as does Gordon. They just get it into Wilsack. Gordon Kale Fleece also in for Farmington. Gordon, straightaway three-pointer. Rebound by Schrepfer. Long outlet to Hoke. Nice pass to the corner. Clean look. Just off, but do they call a foul? It's 3 shots for Alex Land, who really has played well for the Wildcats early.
Good find on the drive there, too. Find him in the corner, open down there.
Yeah, really nice pass to set it up. You don't get the assist when it's free throws, but probably should. Land now with 5. 1 short of Kemp with 6. He'll get one more chance to draw even with his teammate in the scoring leader category. These two teams played twice last year. Farmington won both. Farmington leads the series since 2010-2011, 14-6. But are 5-5 here at Eagan. They've dominated at Farmington where they're 9-1.
Slipped around that time.
And there's a turnover and a steal. McKenzie will slow it down. Gives it up to Hope. Now Land uses a Knox screen. Great roll by Knox, but blocked from behind. Domeyer. And Domeyer runs the floor, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line, but what a sequence for Nick Domeyer. The block on one end, hustles to the other, and Wilczek feeds it in. Foul is on McKenzie, his first, team 5th on Eagan. Nick Domeyer with 4. And Max Blandon and Justin Stoneberg both come in. And Knox with the rebound. Neither team shooting particularly well from the free throw line early on today. As Schrepfer trying to find some kind of room, but just locked down by Domeyer. Into Knox. A little bit too much weight room. Rebound and running. It's Blandon. Quick reversal to Domeyer. And Blandon again. Wilczek high. Drives is doubled. Tries to thread the needle. Gets a fortuitous bounce. Able to get it back to Wilczek. And a strong board by Knox. It's Fort Knox in the paint on those rebounds. Quick transition opportunity, and the 3 from Hoke. Eagan takes the lead by 2 for the first time in a long time. Under 4 to go until half. Really had a very quickly played first half. Missed shot. No timeouts yet. Just a couple fouls. And Schrepfer trying to find a way to get to the hoop, and he is hammered. Maybe he can get into rhythm at the line. I guess they say if you're going to foul him, make sure he can't get it up.
Yeah, that one was got his money's worth on that one.
It is on Max Blandon. His second, team 5th on the Tigers. And nothing but twine for Alex Schrepfer. Sheridan re-enters for Farmington. He's on with Domeyer, Blandon, Beckwith, and Stoneberg. We have Knox, Land, Schrepfer, McKenzie, and Hoke for the Wildcats. After those free throws, the Tigers now find themselves down 4.
little extra defensive pressure, it looks like.
Looks like they're playing kind of a 2-3 zone, long three. Another offensive rebound, this one to Sheridan. He attacks immediately, he's doubled. Getting down and dirty on the floor is Hoke to Knox, now into the corner. Quick three, just too much. This place would have exploded if McKenzie would have found the twine. Sheridan right back, keeps the ball moving. Blandon, shovel pass in the lane, and Domeyer with the soft touch.
Pretty pass there.
Up and down we go. Skip pass to the corner, another look for Hoke. He's been hot, doesn't connect there. Beckwith. A three would regain the lead for the Tigers. Two would tie. Just over 2 minutes to go until halftime here on our Fox 9 Winter Game of the Week. Stoneberg to Sheridan. Moving Beckwith, well defended by Schrepfer. Continue to move it down to Domeyer. Farmington doing a nice job making those basket cuts. Domeyer in particular has taken advantage of those. He has 9 to lead all scorers. And we're even at 27 apiece. And the Wildcats get it back. They've made a habit of winning close games early. Down to 7 on the shot clock. And an offensive foul on Schrepfer. Or did he just step out of bounds? Stepped out of bounds. No. I'm like, I was going to say there didn't look like there was much there. But it steps on the baseline and it goes back to the Tigers. Back in is Strunk, Kemp,
Barron,
and Barron. Marshall Gordon in for the Tigers. Domeyer continues to attack the rack.
You're right, those basket cuts. Last 3 possessions.
They'll have to find a way to defend those a little better. They've just kind of been showing the screen and rolling right to the basket. That time, no one's there on the opposite side. Fortunately for the Wildcats, Domeyer can't handle the pass. He'll get a well-earned breather as Wilczek comes back in. Also Ben Helgamo. Kai Strunk running the point to Schrepfer. It's about a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Strunk looking for the angle into Kemp, not there. They keep moving. Schrepfer on the bounce, blocked, gets it back, floats it up. Rebound by Sheridan. Plenty of time as Beckwith now to Wilczek, gives it right back. Beckwith fouled on the floor. It's only the 6th team foul, so they'll throw it in now with just 3 on the clock.
Not a bad foul there. Had an open basket. Foul to give.
It is the 2nd on Schrepfer. He'll have to be careful not to pick up a 3rd here with 3 seconds. Looks like they may be checking him out just for that reason. So Wesley Hoke is back in. Having a hard time getting it in. They get it into Sheridan. He'll get off a 3. It nearly gets it to go, but a little bit short. And at halftime, we've got a barn burner. Eagan trying to remain unbeaten, trails 29-27 to the Farmington Tigers. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with our halftime recap and more after this.
A good neighbor would give you a cup of sugar if you asked. At Truestone Financial, we don't have any sugar, but we will give you up to $350 when you switch to a Truestone checking account. It's true, because we're Truestone.
When considering a banking partner, you want someone who cares deeply about the local community. Castle Rock Bank in Farmington lives and breathes that idea. The stockholders at Castle Rock Bank were born here, raised here, and are still here. It's why they understand the unique needs of local customers. And they give back to the community through donations to schools, churches, fraternal organizations, and nonprofits. They know you, you know them, and that's the spirit of community pride. Visit castlerockbank.net or call 651-463-4014 for more information today.
At Luther Burnsville Hyundai, we're more than just the South Metro's top Hyundai dealer. We care about the community we serve. That's why we're excited every time a young student gets behind the wheel for the first time. We also take pride in selling safe, reliable vehicles for kids and families, because we want everyone driving to practice, games, or concerts to arrive safe and sound. At Luther Burnsville Hyundai, we take pride in serving the community and are proud to support high school activities.
It's not just any day. It's your day off. A chance to reset, to recharge. A day to lace up, stretch out, and dive into what ignites your soul. This day is all about you, living life at your summit.
There are lots of reasons to want a big backyard. At Truestone Home Mortgage, we all agree dog birthday party is at the top. Great home loans, expert help, and a focus on what matters to you. It's true, because we're Truestone.
And welcome back, everybody, here to our Fox 9 Winter Game of the Week. And we picked a good one here tonight. 29-27, Farmington leads Eagan here in boys basketball. And it's been kind of a back-and-forth contest. Neither team has led by more than 5 at any time. Farmington has been led by Nick Domeyer, who leads all scorers with 11. Cole Wilczek has chipped in 6. 4 from Ryan Beckwith, 3 from Marshall Gordon, 3 from Blake Johnson, and 2 from Briggs Sheridan. For the Wildcats, they've been led by Wesley Hoke with 8 points. 6 from Kevin Kemp, 6 off the bench from Alex Land, 3 from Will Barron, 2 from Alex Schrepfer, and 2 from Kyle Peterson. Logan Anderson here with Chris Anderson. And Chris, what have you seen and what do you think that kind of each team has to shore up?
Yeah, I was surprised. I think Eagan went inside right away. They got Kevin Kemp going. He scored 6 quick ones at the beginning of the game, and then they kind of hit the corner threes. So I'll kind of look for that to happen in the second half. I'll look for Alex Schrepfer and Michael McKenzie to probably try and get going a little bit. And then from Farmington, they started out with the three-pointers, and then they started to work their inside game after that. So I would expect more of the same from them for sure.
All right, we'll see if the Wildcats can find a way to keep the Tigers out of the paint. That seems kind of like the big key to them. They've been scoring on those basket cuts, and they shored up the offensive glass a little bit as that game progressed. Maybe got used to the length and knowing they had to push them a little bit farther out. Both these teams, first South Suburban Conference game, and this year kind of the South Suburban's wide open. There's not one big, mean, scary team at the top that looks like they're going to run away with it. Farmington, certainly one of the favorites. Shakopee, expected to be good, got off to a slow start, but have won 2 straight. The Wildcats were in the state tournament last year, and then Eastview usually good. Who knows what they'll end up looking like. Kind of lost some players, maybe a little down this year, but and Apple Valley, surprisingly, off to a good start. Maybe a team to watch out for, but it just seems like there's going to be a ton of good games and an exciting season in the South Suburban Conference.
Seems like it's always that way, so I don't know.
In the last couple years, it's kind of been Lakeville North with some big Division I type players, and they're all out of those this year. And Shakopee lost their leading scorer, but still has plenty of talent and shooting and a good program. Prior Lake has been much better this year. That's the other one that has been off to a quick start under their new head coach. We'll take another timeout. We'll be back with the second half after this.
A good neighbor would give you a cup of sugar if you asked. At Truestone Financial, we don't have any sugar, but we will give you up to $350 when you switch to a Truestone checking account. It's true, because we're Truestone.
When considering a banking partner, you want someone who cares deeply about the local community. Castle Rock Bank in Farmington lives and breathes that idea. The stockholders at Castle Rock Bank were born here, raised here, and are still here. It's why they understand the unique needs of local customers. And they give back to the community through donations to schools, churches, fraternal organizations, and nonprofits. They know you, you know them, and that's the spirit of community pride. Visit castlerockbank.net or call 651-463-4014 for more information today.
At Luther Burnsville Hyundai, we're more than just the South Metro's top Hyundai dealer. We care about the community we serve. That's why we're excited every time a young student gets behind the wheel for the first time. We also take pride in selling safe, reliable vehicles for kids and families, because we want everyone driving to practice, games, or concerts to arrive safe and sound. At Luther Burnsville Hyundai, we take pride in serving the community and are proud to support high school activities.
It's not just any day. It's your day off. A chance to reset, to recharge. A day to lace up, stretch out, and dive into what ignites your soul. This day is all about you, living life at your summit.
There are lots of reasons to want a big backyard. At Truestone Home Mortgage, we all agree dog birthday party is at the top. Great home loans, expert help, and a focus on what matters to you. It's true, because we're Truestone.
And welcome back, everybody, as Eagan and Farmington continue to battle in the contest of large feline mascots that seem to dominate the pre-mentioned South Suburban Conference. Wildcats, Tigers, Panthers, Cougars, and Sabres. Half the conference, big cats. The biggest cats, just by 2 points at halftime, are the Tigers here in Eagan. The Wildcats hoping to make some adjustments and battle back. Farmington and Eagan both with, I would say, mild upsets in the section tournament to qualify for state and end long droughts. Farmington beat Lakeville North pretty convincingly in the section final in Rochester to qualify for the first time for the Tigers in 87 years. They made it in 2024 and 1937. Wow. So ended a long drought last year, now hoping to make it potentially 2 in a row, as Section 1 the last couple of years it's been Lakeville North and Farmington as kind of the two best teams. And Lakeville North is off to a surprisingly good start with some young players, but Farmington certainly going to be one of the favorites going into that section. And then Eagan, who ended a long drought of their own last year, the first time since 2005. But they got there and weren't just content with making the appearance. They won their first round game against a heavily favored Park Center team and eventually fell to the eventual champions in Minnetonka. But both these teams trying to get back to the state tournament for the second consecutive year after not having been there for a long time. So an exciting time for both programs, Chris.
Absolutely. Looking forward to the second half. A lot of back and forth action.
Nice crowd here in Eagan as starting the second half. Looks like the same starters as the first. For the Wildcats, it's McKenzie, Schrepfer, Barron, Hoke, and Kemp. For the Tigers, it's Gordon, Wilczek, Domeyer, Stoneberg, and Beckwith. Eagan down by 2 to start the second half. And there's going to be some kind of violation. We'll decide who it's on. Looks like they whistle it on the Tigers.
A little hold.
A hold on Domeyer. His team first here in the second half. Quick inbound to Barron. They like to move the ball quick around the perimeter. They lob it into Kemp. He misses the bunny.
Try to go back inside.
Bothered by Wilczek, but trying to establish the paint. Stoneberg directing traffic. He doesn't score a lot, but handles the ball well and just gets the ball where it needs to go as Wilczek tries to bully his way in, and Kemp holds his ground.
Looks like they've changed up the defense a little bit.
Farmington in their man-to-man. After that, we'll pay close attention to what they do on the next time down the floor. Poke into the painted area. Cut off. Back out. Hoke will cast away. Halfway down and out. And the tip drill gets down on the floor. The lob to Kemp. He wasn't ready for it. It sails out of bounds. But some gritty play early from the Wildcats.
They've switched Barron over to try and guard Wilczek.
It looks like playing that same kind of switching man or matchup zone, whatever you want to call it. They turn it over on offense there. So whatever it is, it works as Schrepfer drives and zips it out to the corner. Barron kind of flails his way into the call. And if he makes both of these, he could tie it. And that is on Marshall Gordon. That is his third. Barron sinks the first. We'll see if they let Gordon try to play through this or if he's going to check out. Nobody at the scorer's table right now, but he'll have to be careful. Barron hits 2 free throws. And Ryan Beckwith will organize the offense here. Looking to feed it into Wilczek. He's immediately doubled. Nice dump off to Stoneberg, who shuffles his feet. Keeps his hands up in the air in the universal "what did I do" pose. The official's not swayed. We're all tied up. Schrepfer to McKenzie. He'll try a long 3. Rebound by Domeyer. Last touch by Schrepfer, hustling. But probably, I suspect that that's a shot McKenzie can make, but maybe one that Coach McKenzie doesn't want to see that early in the shot clock.
I agree. He can. I've seen him make a lot of those, but
especially against a Farmington team that loves to get those long rebounds and run. This time running and hitting is McKenzie. What do I know? His first 3 points. That one in rhythm, a little closer. And Eagan with the lead. We'll see if the Tigers can respond. Beckwith will pop one off and sink it. Beckwith with 7. Schrepfer up high to Kemp. And Hoke stays hot.
It's raining threes here.
That is the third made 3 of the game by Wesley Hoke. He came into this game averaging 8. He has 11 today. Still 14:50 to go. Stoneberg to Gordon. Can he keep the 3-point chain going? Nope, that one off iron. Wildcats up by 3, a chance to build. Schrepfer has to pick up his dribble. Back out to Hoke. Barron into Kemp. And to back down Wilczek. Wilczek gonna nearly ties him up. Probably gets away with, probably should have been a tie-up initially, probably should have been a foul the second one. They go with a no call and a 5-second violation.
Good solid defense there. Done a really nice job on Schrepfer tonight too.
Yep, they have made things difficult on Schrepfer. Kind of dared some of the other team players to beat them, and to their credit, they have. With Hoke with 11 and Land with 6 in that first half.
Kemp.
And there's a turnover looking for Stoneberg, thrown by Blake Johnson. Full court pressure. Gordon playing with 3 fouls. Schrepfer to Barron. Keeps the ball moving. Schrepfer, a little hesitation. Tough mid-range shot, but makes it anyway. That's music to Wildcats fans' ears, hearing that swish through.
Oh,
and there's a steal by Schrepfer. He's in transition. Gordon can't foul. Schrepfer gets his own rebound and finishes. Back-to-back buckets by Schrepfer, and that is the largest lead of the game by either team now at 7 for Eagan. They are just grinding on defense, maybe grinding a bit too much. Trying to reach in there was Barron. Only his first. And the first on the Wildcats here in the second half. Kemp, McKenzie, and Hoke will get breathers. And there's another steal. Running and getting an uncontested reverse layup is Alex Land. Farmington getting sloppy with the ball, and they now trail by 9. And head coach Theron Johnson calls the first timeout of the game. 13:04 to go. We'll take a 60-second timeout and be back after this here on our Fox 9 Game of the Week.
A good neighbor would give you a cup of sugar if you asked. At Truestone Financial, we don't have any sugar, but we will give you up to $350 when you switch to a Truestone checking account. It's true, because we're Truestone.
It's not just any day. It's your day off. A chance to reset, to recharge. A day to lace up, stretch out, and dive into what ignites your soul. This day is all about you, living life at your summit.
There are lots of reasons to want a big backyard. At Truestone Home Mortgage, we all agree dog birthday party is at the top. Great home loans, expert help, and a focus on what matters to you. It's true, because we're Truestone.
And the first timeout of the game finally called with 13 minutes to go in the second half. It's been a good flow to this game by both teams, but the song Happy being played in the gymnasium during the timeout, and that represents the blue side of the crowd right now, up by 9. Eagan trying to start 4-0. They won 19 games last year, but kind of got off to a slow start and then put it together late. And back into that kind of zone defense. They try to go high-low, and it's a steal by Knox. Donjay Knox with long arms.
Just a sophomore.
That's the other thing, there's some youth on this Wildcat squad.
Only 3 seniors on the entire team.
Knox backing his way in into a double team, stolen by Johnson. Here comes Beckwith, back to Johnson, and a transition basket for Farmington. They needed that one. It's 41-34. Full court pressure being applied. Strunk nearly gets trapped, finds Schrepfer as an outlet. Schrepfer, a tough attack to the basket. He's fouled by Sheridan. Speaking of youth, Sheridan, just a freshman, averaging almost 9 a game. He has a bright future for the Tigers. Schrepfer 2 for 2 from the stripe. And make it 3 for 3. Kyle Peterson enters for Will Barron. And Max Blandon comes in for Justin Stoneberg. And both free throws. Good for Schrepfer. He's worked his way up to 8 points, 6 in the second half. Farmington into Sheridan. Tries to shoot over Knox. Tough angle. Knox diving for it, but tips it out on the baseline. Good hustle by the Wildcats, but a second chance opportunity nonetheless for the Tigers. And Knox, another near steal, wanted the tie-up, but rolled onto the baseline. We'll do it again. We've seen a higher level of energy from Eagan on the defensive side here in this second half. They are very active all over the place.
Yeah, Knox is getting down and dirty.
Beckwith. Quick crossover, but can't dust off. Schrepfer ends up in a clean look for Blandon. And that's out off the rebound. And the Wildcats can go up by double figures here as we approach the 11:28 mark. Farmington led by 2 at halftime. It's been a 16-5 run here to start the second. Strunk weaves through pressure. He's checked by Helgamo. Peterson moves it to Schrepfer. Knox to Peterson.
Tough shot.
Uncorks. Rebound by Wilczek. Farmington needs to find a way to score. They're going to dig too deep of a hole. Wilczek drives. That's what they're looking for, but just can't dial it in. Clean look for Blandon. Strong rebound by Peterson. And now Schrepfer brings it back up. And that went right between 2 Wildcats. Both thought the other was going to catch it. Knox and Peterson. And that'll just go out of bounds to the student section. They were wide open, to be fair.
Assist down there.
Still a 9-point lead.
I'm surprised they're not going inside a little bit more.
They get it outside. Beckwith gets in with the drive. Wanted the call, doesn't get it. Rebound Kemp. Strunk to Peterson. Down low, it's Kemp. And it's stolen. Here comes Wilczek running the break. Domeyer misses the bunny. Wilczek, the putback, draws the contact.
Strong move.
Turnovers lead to transition, and tough to get back to box out in that case. Good follow by Wilczek. He'll shoot 2. Second foul on Kemp. And misses the first. Second team foul on Eagan. Stoneberg and Gordon re-enter. Along with Blandon, Stoneberg, Helgamo, and Wilczek. That's your Farmington lineup. Knox for three.
Oh.
And it is pure. Donjay Knox. It's starting to feel like the Wildcats' day. Tigers certainly not going to go away quietly, but they have to find a solution for this relentless pressure. Wilczek for three would go a long way. Vaults off hind iron, running the floor. Knox wants it again. Nearly dribbles it off his foot, able to get it back. Land to Knox. Peterson now to Strunk. Kemp wants to go to work on the block. He has his pocket picked. Blandon all the way to the rim. Can't finish. Gordon, the point blank shot. Gets another rebound blocked by the 6'8 Kemp.
Volleyball.
And the rebound eventually ends in the hands of Land. And a hard foul on Strunk as he goes to the hoop. If that's on Gordon, it's his fourth. Farmington head coach and student section implying that should also be called on the other end. The official does not change his call for the first time in the history of basketball. First free throw is off, but again, that's the fourth on Marshall Gordon. One more free throw. And it drops by Strunk. He's on the board with 1 point. It's a 13-point lead for Eagan. Farmington just hasn't been able to score in the second half.
Wow, they kind of went away from what they did the first half.
Stoneberg gets to the rim and one.
Tough drive.
Stoneberg, not a big scorer, only averages about 3 points per game, but looked good on that attack. Has good handles, but kind of a wide, strong body. Kind of reminiscent of like Mark Jackson back in the day, posting up as a guard.
Yeah.
Misses the free throw. Nearly gets the rebound, instead gets caught with his hand in the cookie jar. And he'll foul Wesley Hoke. His first 15th foul now on Farmington.
Some full court pressure here.
That's Blake Johnson making life difficult for Strunk. Gets by him in a little reach in. And Johnson showing his displeasure. That's now the sixth, only the first on Johnson. But now the Wildcats gonna go to the free throw line for every non-offensive foul. Already leading by 11. Tigers need stops. Wildcats want to build a cushion. Kemp backing down Sheridan.
Wow.
And uses the window.
Good post move.
Kemp with 8. Stoneberg to Beckwith, who mishandles it but regains. Back to Stoneberg, backing his way in again. Good kick out. Three-pointer. The Tigers have been ice cold. That was a clean look for Blandon. And a near steal, but another foul. And that one's on Blandon, and that'll send the Wildcats to the line. Early in the season, this is a game that both teams will learn from, but Farmington has just kind of gone away from what was working early, and they've kind of lost their poise, committing silly fouls a long way from the basket.
Yeah, it seems to me like they're settling for a lot of outside shots now instead of...
They're also a good shooting team.
Yeah.
There will be days where they make a lot of those shots. They give up the free throw rebound. That is the third foul on Blandon. But Eagan will earn an extra possession. Lob into Kemp. Soft touch. He's in double figures. Beckwith tries to force it. Blocked by Kemp. And all the way to the rim. It looked like Hoke was thinking about trying to dunk it. Decided better at the last moment, but laid it in nonetheless. He has 13 to lead Eagan tonight. And we'll take a timeout. We'll be back in 1 minute here on Fox 9 streaming.
A good neighbor would give you a cup of sugar if you asked. At Truestone Financial, we don't have any sugar, but we will give you up to $350 when you switch to a Truestone checking account. It's true, because we're Truestone.
It's not just any day. It's your day off. A chance to reset, to recharge. A day to lace up, stretch out, and dive into what ignites your soul. This day is all about you, living life at your summit.
There are lots of reasons to want a big backyard. At Truestone Home Mortgage, we all agree dog birthday party is at the top. Great home loans, expert help, and a focus on what matters to you. It's true, because we're Truestone.
And welcome back here to Wildcat Gymnasium. And it has been all Wildcats in the second half. They have held Farmington to just 7 points in the first 10-plus minutes here in the second half, and they have built up a comfortable margin, leading 53-36, a 17-point advantage. Farmington, a team that can get hot quickly, certainly not over, but the Tigers have not played well. See if they can put it together after the timeout and make a run. They get to Wilczek, nice high low to Domeyer, back to their bread and butter from the first half. Domeyer with 13, and the lead is 15.
That was a nice play out of the timeout.
And they foul Kemp. Looked like intentional. Kind of the old hack-a-shack idea. And we'll see if Kemp can make him pay for it. He has 10. Eagan doesn't post their free throw percentages publicly, so I can't tell you if he's good, but I bet you know, Chris.
Yeah, he's I think he's got this. He is usually good, but
misses the front end.
I jinxed him, the old announcer jinx. Good form.
Sometimes when that intentional foul's there, it just kind of messes with your head.
Yeah.
There's a look at three, still off. Another good look for Blake Johnson, just swirls out. Long pass, a better look, and they take advantage of it. Barron drills it. Barron with 8. And
a little friendly banter.
A little friendly banter between the officials and head coach Theron Johnson as Wilczek attacks the rim, tries the reverse, and will go to the line. It's the second on Hoke, fourth on Eagan. 5.5 minutes. Tigers need to make up 18 points, make it 17. They had 3 3-pointers in the first half, only 1 here in the second. Wilczek, 1 of 2, but a rebound by Domeyer. Gordon, the 3, and they hit.
Sparked them a little bit. A little energy.
Marshall Gordon, his second made 3. And just like that, it's a 14-point game, still 5 minutes. It's a big hill to climb, but certainly not impossible. But Schrepp for a clutch basket and 1 for the Wildcats. He's done a nice job as the leading scorer, had a tough first half, didn't force it, relied on his teammates, and he's had some openings here in the second. Now has himself up to 10, but didn't kind of play outside of the system, and it has paid off for Eagan.
Yeah, really unselfish first half, and starting to find a shot here the second half for sure. He loves those drives and those free throw line shots.
And he converts. Schrepfer with 11. Stoneberg right down to the block, and he just bullies his way in. Again, the Tigers full court press. They're running out of time, and the Wildcats are in the bonus. They'll be in the double bonus from here on out, in fact. 9 team fouls committed by the Tigers. Lob into Kemp, stolen by Wilczek. Gordon trying to get hot. Too much muscle. And they say last touch by, it must have been Schrepfer with a finger on it. Sometimes those air balls are the hardest ones to rebound.
Yep. Don't expect it.
Stoneberg into Domeyer, looking for the high-low. Wilczek's there. Kicks it back out, good movement. Johnson hits the soft shooter's bounce. Blake Johnson has 8. And it's a 12-point game. Don't turn your device off yet. Let's see if the Tigers can get a stop. Eagan, working clock, 15 now on the shot clock. And they turn it over. Wilczek running the break. They have numbers if they want them. Domeyer out to Gordon, corner 3.
Oh, boy.
Drano!
Timeout.
And Gordon with 2 3-pointers, and it's a 9-point game. It was 18 what feels like about 30 seconds ago. We'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll be back after this here in Eagan.
It's not just any day. It's your day off. A chance to reset, to recharge. A day to lace up, stretch out, and dive into what ignites your soul. This day is all about you, living life at your summit.
Just after we talk about how the Tigers were cold to start the half, they hit 3 3-pointers in probably about a minute and a half. 2 from Marshall Gordon, 1 from Blake Johnson with the very kind shooter's touch, and the lead cut from 18 to 9, and now that pendulum of momentum swinging the way of the Tigers.
Crowd is back into it. Farmington crowd.
We'll see if the Wildcats can hold them off. We mentioned earlier they played in some close games. 69-65, a 2-point win, a 4-point win, math is hard, at Spring Lake Park, a 3-point win at Minneapolis Southwest. Full court pressure. Schrepfer gets into the front court. This time it's the Tigers who have dialed it up. Quick shot from Barron, one and done. Beckwith. Dribble handoff to Gordon. It's kind of been all or nothing for him.
Yep.
Swish or air ball in the second half. Also playing with 4 fouls. Schrepfer out to Land. They leave him all alone. And he dials it in from long distance.
Good find.
It's back to 12 for Eagan.
Oh, that's a good.
And a block by Kemp, but the follow by Domeyer trickles off. Wrestling for the rebound is McKenzie. The shortest player on the floor with an enormous rebound. And a foul near half court. And they'll send Schrepfer to the line. That is not the guy they want to send to the line. It's the second foul on Nick Domeyer. Schrepfer takes the first. Sheridan and Stoneberg in for Johnson and Domeyer. And Schrepfer, 2 clutch free throws. Eagan looking to start off 4-0. This would be 1-0 in the conference. Marshall thought about shooting that, thought better of it. Out to Beckwith, a clean look, and Farmington refuses to go away. Beckwith with his second 3 of the half. He has 10 in the game. 9-point lead, 11-point lead for the Wildcats with 2 minutes.
I'm guessing they're going to take this clock down.
Schrepfer just letting it trickle down. 7 on the shot clock. Barron somehow finishes despite great defense from Beckwith. Beckwith to Stoneberg. Offensive rebound by Gordon. Beckwith. Another rebound by Sheridan and one. A third chance opportunity for Farmington and Briggs Sheridan. Cuts it to 11. He can make it 10, but again, only 90 seconds remaining. They'll need to force turnovers or have a lot of missed free throws. Trying to apply a lot of full court pressure. Now they back off. Schrepfer just blows by Stoneberg and moves it back out. Around the perimeter, it's McKenzie. Now Barron. And they foul him. And again, double bonus for the rest of the way. That's the first foul on Ben Helgamo. And at this point, if the Wildcats can make free throws and hold on to the ball, they're going to win. If Farmington can get some missed free throws and turnovers, the door is cracked open a little bit, but Will Barron trying to close it from the free throw line. One of two. Farmington doesn't have a lot of time to run offense here. Wilczek loses it. Bounce out to Gordon. Gets exactly what they needed. Marshall Gordon, a big three. It's an 8-point game. And nearly a turnover Nice job to just come up with that. Tigers have to foul. That was Will Barron at 6'1", basically just holding off the much taller Briggs Sheridan at 6'8". 30-second timeout. We'll take a 30-second timeout and be back after this.
A good neighbor would give you a cup of sugar if you asked. At Truestone Financial, we don't have any sugar, but we will give you up to $350 when you switch to a Truestone checking account. It's true, because we're Truestone. There are lots of reasons to want a big backyard. At Truestone Home Mortgage, we all agree dog birthday party is at the top. Great home loans, expert help, and a focus on what matters to you. It's true, because we're Truestone.
And we're back. 46.9 seconds remain for the Farmington Tigers to find a way to make a comeback, or Eagan will start 4-0. And they have to throw it in to Kevin Kemp, who missed a front end of a 1-and-1 earlier. As we see the offense-defense substitutions coming in for Farmington. Eagan will clear the lane. And nothing but nylon for Kemp.
Because I didn't jinx him this time.
Builds the lead to 9. So right now a 3-possession game. A made free throw makes it 4. And then the math starts to become difficult. But 3, with that miss, still the door open. No time to waste. Beck with a quick 3. And the rebound by Kemp. He's fouled immediately with 35.5. Even if he goes 1 of 2 here, Eagan all but certain to hold on here. Both these teams in their next matchup, as that first free throw misses, will go to Lakeville. Eagan goes to Lakeville South, Farmington to Lakeville North, both on Friday. And 1 of 2 for Kemp. He has 12. It's a 10-point game. Farmington looking for a miracle. Gordon casts away. Rebound by Wilczek and 1. Can't foul there.
That's what you don't want to do. Yeah.
If you're Will Barron, just give him the 2. But instead, Cole Wilczek, a chance for a 3-point play. They can cut it to 6. And a timeout called. With the timeout called, we'll take a 60-second timeout. We'll see if the Wildcats can hold on after this.
A good neighbor would give you a cup of sugar if you asked. At Truestone Financial, we don't have any sugar, but we will give you up to $350 when you switch to a Truestone checking account. It's true, because we're Truestone.
It's not just any day. It's your day off. A chance to reset, to recharge. A day to lace up, stretch out, and dive into what ignites your soul. This day is all about you, living life at your summit.
There are lots of reasons to want a big backyard. At Truestone Home Mortgage, we all agree dog birthday party is at the top. Great home loans, expert help, and a focus on what matters to you. It's true, because we're Truestone.
1 free throw for Cole Wilczek. This would cut it to a 7-point game, and does. So 69-62. Farmington coming out in full denial. They need to find a way to force turnovers to have any chance. Instead, a quick foul, not the worst outcome. With no time going off the clock. Max Blandon getting called, but again, double bonus. And Farmington needs a lot of missed free throws, and Wesley Hoke, who's a good shooter, at the line.
Farmington foul number 2 next landed this court. 21 Wesley Hoke shoots 2.
Hoke sinks the first. 14 for Hoke. Balanced scoring for the Wildcats. Hoke with 14. Schrepfer now with 13. Kemp with 12. And I believe Barron with 11. And Land with 11 also off the bench. And 71-62. Deep three from Sheridan from the logo behind the volleyball line.
He's confident. He knew it was going in, too, when he let it go.
Not a lot of time to mess around. The timeout called. We'll keep it right here. That does cut it back to a 6-point game. So if Reggie Miller is in the building, they need a steal, a 3, and then either a steal or 2 missed free throws and another 3.
Knicks fans will have nightmares about that.
They are coming to play the Wolves on Thursday. Probably means nothing.
Karl Anthony Towns return, huh?
We'll see if it's an omen. But right now, really the Wildcats just need to get it inbounds and make 1 free throw, and this will be signed, sealed, delivered. And a smart move by Hoke. A couple seconds run off. They get it back to Schrepfer, who has been perfect from the free throw line today.
It's definitely the man that Eagan wants at the line.
It's on Johnson, just his second. And Farmington looks like they will fall to 2-2. Lost their season opener, had a huge win against Totino Grace. And then another win against a tough Chaska team. But on the road here at Eagan, the Wildcats have controlled this. It was back and forth in the first half, but really from the opening moments of the second half, they have been in control and never relented. Both free throws good. Farmington has got it back to 6 a couple times. Shot from Gordon is off. Wilczek will hit a bunny with 4 seconds left. The Tigers call a timeout. They'll battle to the bitter end. So they have 4 seconds to score 6 points. And we'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll be back with the conclusion after this.
It's not just any day. It's your day off. A chance to reset, to recharge. A day to lace up, stretch out, and dive into what ignites your soul. This day is all about you, living life at your summit.
And we are back. Just 4.1 ticks left. Eagan up by 6. The Tigers call the timeout. They're, again, going to compete to the very end. They'll commit 1 more foul, but about a second and a half tick off. And the Wildcats are going to win pretty much regardless of what happens on this trip to the line. A chance to pad the stats for Michael McKenzie, who only had 1 made field goal, a 3-pointer. He now has 4 points with that free throw. Misses the second. Stoneberg with the desperation heave, almost goes. Wouldn't have mattered. Final score, Eagan controls the second half, and they win the game 74-69. to 67. We'll take our final timeout. We'll be back with our post-game recap right after this.
A good neighbor would give you a cup of sugar if you asked. At Truestone Financial, we don't have any sugar, but we will give you up to $350 when you switch to a Truestone checking account. It's true, because we're Truestone.
When considering a banking partner, you want someone who cares deeply about the local community. Castle Rock Bank in Farmington lives and breathes that idea. The stockholders at Castle Rock Bank were born here, raised here, and are still here. It's why they understand the unique needs of local customers. And they give back to the community through donations to schools, churches, fraternal organizations, and nonprofits. They know you, you know them, and that's the spirit of community pride. Visit castlerockbank.net or call 651-463-4014 for more information today.
At Luther Burnsville Hyundai, we're more than just the South Metro's top Hyundai dealer. We care about the community we serve. That's why we're excited every time a young student gets behind the wheel for the first time. We also take pride in selling safe, reliable vehicles for kids and families, because we want everyone driving to practice, games, or concerts to arrive safe and sound. At Luther Burnsville Hyundai, we take pride in serving the community and are proud to support high school activities.
It's not just any day. It's your day off. A chance to reset, to recharge. A day to lace up, stretch out, and dive into what ignites your soul. This day is all about you, living life at your summit.
There are lots of reasons to want a big backyard. At Truestone Home Mortgage, we all agree dog birthday party is at the top. Great home loans, expert help, and a focus on what matters to you. It's true, because we're Truestone.
And we are back here in Eagan to wrap up our Fox 9 game of the week. And it was a good one in the first half. 29-27, Farmington led at that point, but Eagan took control in the second. Final score 74-67, and the Wildcats were led by two players with 15 points, Wesley Hoke and Alex Schrepfer. Schrepfer with 13 of those 15 in the second half, and 7 of them from the line. Actually, 9 of them from the line. Didn't have a great shooting game, but found a way to be effective anyway. Also in double figures, Kevin Kemp had 12, Will Barron had 11, and Alex Land with 11. 3 from Donjay Knox, 2 from Kyle Peterson, and 4 from Michael McKenzie. For the Tigers, 3 players in double figures. Cole Wilczek with 14, Nick Domeyer with 13, Marshall Gordon with 12, including 3 3-pointers in the second half as the Tigers tried to furiously come back down by 18 to get it back within 6. Also 10 from Ryan Beckwith, 8 off the bench from Blake Johnson and Briggs Sheridan, and 4 from Justin Stoneberg. Next up for the Wildcats on the road Friday at Lakeville South. They'll take their 4-0 record on the road. And then Farmington will travel to Lakeville North on Friday and try to get back above 500 as they fall to 2-2. Chris, final thoughts on tonight's contest?
Fun game to watch, back and forth. Farmington made a game of it at the end. It's enjoyable. Farmington's going to win their fair share of games, I think. You kind of saw Eagan do what they wanted to do on defense, I think, in the second half there, and hit some open shots, and that made the difference.
That's going to do it for our live broadcast. Thanks to our awesome Eagan TV crew. Special thanks to Curtis Jolin, our director. I'm Logan Anderson. Thanks to Chris Anderson for giving us some inside information on the Wildcat. But that's going to do it. Thanks for watching our Winter Game of the Week on Fox 9 Streaming.